What's up everybody, it's Davie Mac here. Today we want to go through the federal budget for 2020. The main thing we want to go through is the implications for small business owners and contractors and consultants. If you're not sure on wanting to watch the whole video, you can skip to the timestamps below. But anyways, let's get into the video.
There will be a new JobMaker hiring credit to encourage businesses to hire young Australians. The JobMaker hiring credit will be payable for up to 12 months and immediately available to employers who hire those on JobSeeker aged 16 to 35. It will be paid at the rate of $200 a week for those aged under 30 and $100 a week for those aged 30 to 35. New hires must work for at least 20 hours a week. All businesses other than the major banks will be eligible.
This scheme will be split up in two tiers. The first tier is for the younger generation, which is 16 to 29 years old, and they can receive up to a $200 subsidy. The second tier is young people aged 30 to 35, they will receive up to $100 a week. I believe this goes for 12 months. So as a result, if you do the calculation, 200 times 52, you can receive up to $10,400 for an employee. So I think this is a really good government stimulus package. JobMaker, I don't know why the government loves to use the word jobs, because I feel like every time they do use the word jobs, they do the opposite. So hopefully this time round would stimulate the economy properly.
Lower and middle income earners will this year receive tax relief of up to $2,745 for singles and up to $5,490 for dual income families compared with 2017-18. We will achieve this by bringing forward stage 2 of our legislated tax cuts by 2 years, lifting the 19% threshold from $37,000 to $45,000 and lifting the 32.5% threshold from $90,000 to $120,000. We will also retain the low and middle income tax offset for an additional year. As a proportion of tax payable compared to 2017-18, the greatest benefits will flow to those on lower incomes, with those earning $40,000 paying 20% less tax, and those on $80,000 paying around 11% less tax this year.
All right, so basically what's happened is that the Australian government has actually increased the tax brackets. In the normal tax system for individuals is that it's a very progressive system. So progressive tax system is basically the higher the income you earn, the more tax that you have to pay. And the higher income you earn, you fall within a tax bracket, and your tax bracket will tell you exactly how much tax that you will be paying. So what's happened is that you were normally going to increase the tax brackets next year or the years after. However, what's happened is because of the coronavirus, they've decided to bring that forward and now increase the tax brackets now. So in very easy to understand English, what's actually happened is the tax brackets of 18,200, that's actually jumped to 45,000 rather than 37,000. What they also have increased is the 37K to 90K bracket, and they've pushed that up to 120,000 now. So a lot of Australians will fall within this bracket. If you're going to receive a bonus this financial year, and that's going to push you over $90,000, initially you would have paid 37%. However, now what's going to happen is that you're going to be stuck still in that 45,000 to 120K bracket. And as a result, you won't get taxed as much.
Companies that have been doing it tough throughout the crisis will be able to use their losses earlier. Losses incurred to June 2022 can be offset against prior profits made in or after the 2018-19 financial year.
Normally what happens is losses that a company makes has to be carried forward. So you can still claim those losses, but it has to be for future profits. So if your business was making around $100,000 a year, and then this current year you made a loss of $200,000, you can offset that profit of 100K in 2021 and claim it against next year, you don't need to pay tax. However, the taxes you paid previously, they still stay with the government because the government's already collected it and spent it all. However, it's changed now. That was saying, hold on a sec, we want to give you back the taxes. So you've paid taxes in these financial years, in 2018, 2019, 2020. Now, the next year you've made a loss, how about we'll give you back some of the taxes? That's essentially what's happened. This losses carried backwards is only allowed to be claimed for companies. So if you are a sole trader, a trust, a partnership, unfortunately, you don't get to use this losses carried backwards scheme. And it's actually really, really complicated for accountants. So it's basically we have to go backwards and fix everything and then make all the adjustments and then hope that the next years or the years after, the accountant doing the work is going to understand what we did. However, it is a really good initiative, which basically means that, you know, businesses that make a loss this year can still get a credit back from the tax office, which is amazing. I'm just complaining for us accountants out there that it is such an annoying job to do when it comes to tax time. So feel sorry for us, please.
Over 99% of businesses will be able to write off the full value of any eligible asset they purchase for their business. This will be available for small, medium and large businesses with a turnover of up to $5 billion until June 2022.
This is an amazing scheme. The 150K write-off rule was something that has been announced for the last 2 to 3 years, which basically means that businesses that purchase their equipment or any type of asset for their business up to 150K can claim 100% of that off their business, which is amazing stuff. This, however, is ginormous. So from 6th of October onwards, 6th of October 2020, you don't have a limit on 150K. You could spend $1 million, $2 million, or $5 million, as long as you meet the criteria of being under $5 billion in turnover for a year, you can claim whatever you want, whatever you want. Obviously, it has to be business related, but you can claim that against your business and drive your profit to a loss completely. And then you can offset those losses against your previous year's profit, which means that you can get tax back as well. It's going to be so great to use for those businesses that rely heavily on machinery, equipment. Unfortunately, I've been trying to, think about what I could do with my business, but I don't have any type of equipment I can buy. There's only so much we could buy. I don't think we can buy $1 million of calculators, although my calculator probably does need an upgrade.
An additional 10,000 first home buyers will be able to purchase a home sooner under our first home loan deposit scheme. This builds on the 20,000 first home buyers we are helping to purchase a home this year with a deposit as low as 5% under this scheme. And in this budget, we're also enabling an additional $1 billion of low-cost finance to support the construction of affordable housing.
That's amazing stuff, guys. Because people are worried about the pandemic and the economy, there hasn't been much spending. This initiative here with the whole allowing young Australians to buy their first home and not needing to go to the bank and put up a 20% deposit on the property, only needing to put 5% of their deposit is a really good scheme. 5% of, let's just say, $500K is only $25,000. So you're gonna only need to save up to $25,000 to buy your home and borrow the rest of the money. Not all banks are entitled to this home loan deposit scheme, and there is a limit on it, as I mentioned before. So if you're going to one of the big 4 banks, make sure that they have not meet their quota with the home loan guaranteed deposit scheme. It's like a first in, first served type of thing. I just want to point out, look at this. He's getting a bit tired over here. That's why I don't wear ties, guys. That's why I don't wear ties. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. So this is a new format that we're trying out. So if you guys really enjoyed the video, and be sure to like and subscribe, and see you guys next time.